got hammers like West Ham Dutchmen. You don't want to see the gang vex, man. Pull up in 2-litre dingers and press that.
Selling bag, going ham in West like Declan Rice. Do it like popcorn, everything nice. Whoa.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hammers Fans United. And this wasn't planned until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. But yes, we're just going to speak about the World Cup draw. I invited Kieran probably about 2 hours ago, just before 6 o'clock. And, you know, thankfully, he's joined me on the show. And he doesn't know about the draw at all, which is a good thing. So he's going to learn on the show. I'm assuming everybody in the chat will know already. And yeah, it's just good to hear people's thoughts. But as always, Kieran, how you doing, sir?
Good, mate. Yeah, I woke up to your message and I thought, all right, yeah. I'd heard that the draw was on, but I'd be interested to find out from you who's what and what's happened, right? Because I know nothing. So, yeah, but good.
I mean, I don't know, you know, we was in pots and stuff like that. So it's some people we couldn't get in the first round.
Yeah.
But who would you like?
One of my pet hate has been over the, I don't know, the last 10 years pitches. Some of our qualifying groups have been so easy and it became annoying for me. I'd rather have a hard group, you know, and test out the team. But in recent tournaments, mate, it's just been a walk in the park, isn't it? So I'm hoping it's really half a decent group that we've got a bit of a challenge.
Right, well, we will get to each group. Let me say hello to Happy. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Kieran, anything to say to Happy, Amaret? Not too rude.
Yeah, Happy, how are you? I haven't been on the chat yet to get my usual good morning from her, but I'm sure it'll come.
Right, Stuart says, hi, Happy Amaret. He did say something. Okay, yeah, he says, just popped in to leave a like, brother. Thanks, Stuart. I know Stuart isn't feeling too well either, so hopefully it hasn't got any worse, Stuart.
Yeah, I'll get better soon, bro.
Big up my broski, Hammerhead's in the building. He says, yo, people. And hi, Hammerhead. Hope you're well, our friend. Oh, we've got some more. One sec. Oh, look, Cams is in the house. Morning, Hammers and TDT. Good evening, Cams. It's a morning for Kieran, actually. Yeah. But thanks for tuning in, Cams. Fresh Fielder, oh yeah, Kieran and Titch. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, Sean.
And yeah, we're going to just go through the groups and then maybe, because Kieran doesn't know, and you know, I've had a quick look. So yeah, if you can, try and not spoil it in the chat because he literally doesn't know and he's purposely now not looked at it. Hi, brother Cam. Good evening, Titch and you lot. Big up James Bong. Thank you for tuning in. We got Hi Fresh Field and Bong. Robert Singleton, evening all. Thank you as always, Robert, for tuning in. Hey, Queenslander. That's you, obviously.
Hey, James. Bang on, brother. You got it.
Right. So Cam says, without too many spoilers, Kieran, all I say is it's coming home, which we always bloody say.
It's coming home every year.
Big up Lawrence. Hello, everyone from Auburn, Alabama.
Right.
USA, come on your hands. All I'm saying is, this is, you know, the group was interesting.
They're out of it, are they? USA are out of it, weren't they? They cocked up, didn't they?
No, they're in.
Are they in?
They're in. Yeah. They're in, yeah. How are you?
Oh, they are. And Canada qualified too, didn't they?
Yep. Big up TD5. Thank you for tuning in. Big up Lee. Main man's in the house. Kieran, you were the main man, but now Lee's here. So you're
No, I've got no. There's no competition from me to Lee. Hey, Lee.
You're the vice captain now. Lee's the main man. Big up
Absolutely.
Lee. As always. Hello, Stu. Hello, Lee. Lawrence says hello, Stu and Lee. James Bong. Home to the new bowling, Cams. Home to the new bowling. What have I missed? I hate it when I'm not aware. I'm good, thank you for asking. Kieran, you're right. Yes, Kieran. Big ups, peg end. That's from Hammerhead.
What does that mean? Is that a new
peg
word
end.
over there? I don't know what a peg end is, but I'll take it.
Leg
Cheers,
end.
Hammerhead.
Peg end.
Peg end, maybe.
USA. This is from Lawrence. Legend. Oh, he meant legend. I said I know legend, but I don't know big head. Robert says hit the like button. Thank you, Robert. Big up Mally in the house. Evening. Hope everyone is well. Big up Mally. All good, thanks, Stu. Robert says, and Chapesses. I don't know if Happy's still here. Hi, Melly, how are you? I haven't heard from Harmony in a long time. Big up Geezer and Titch. Big up Lawrence.
Hey, Lawrence.
I'm good. I was asking. Thank you, everyone, for tuning out. We're having a good Friday so far. I'm good, thanks, Stu. Right, so we've caught up. Right, Kieran, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go group by group, starting obviously with A. And oh, look, she is here. Yeah. Big up, Happy. I didn't know whether she'd gone or not. Yeah, I didn't know whether she'd. Yeah, right. So, and then we will, on each group, we just have everybody's thoughts on that group and whatnot, just to keep everybody involved. And yeah, if you can, try and no spoilers, because like I said, Kieran doesn't know. And I've looked briefly. I know England's group, but yeah. Right, here we go. So, Kieran, we will go to Group A. Now, can you see that?
Yeah.
So, Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands.
Ooh.
Who would
and that's
you,
what's been picked up.
Yeah. So that's confirmed. There's a couple that are still waiting because of, whatever, but we'll get to that. But yeah, this is confirmed. Yeah. This is the Group A.
Senegal, that's interesting. So you got Holland there, which is would probably be the favourites in that group.
Yep.
Qatar, not so much. Ecuador, a bit up and down. And Senegal, now they can be a
dark horse.
They can be a test. Senegal.
Do you know how they qualified?
No.
Right, so they beat Egypt in the AFCON final on penalties.
Oh, that's right. I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Then they had a two-legged playoff against Egypt once again, not long after that, to qualify for the World Cup. Now, Egypt won the first game 1-0 after about a 4-minute own goal. Second leg, Senegal went 1-0 after 3 minutes, went to penalties. I think Salah skied these over the butt. Yeah, so they ended up beating them again on penalties. So that's how they got through to this World Cup at the expense of Egypt. So, I mean, if you was putting money on that, put that in order, like 1 to 4. Who finishes top, second, third, fourth?
Yeah. Basically the opposite way around. Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, Qatar.
That's a good way of doing that. All right, let's see. You lot, just on this Group A, what are your thoughts? We'll do it group by group. I'm out of work. Oh, should just come out, I think. Right, here we go. TD5 says, okay. He says Netherlands. Not copied. He agrees with you, Kieran. He said the same thing. Reverse order. Cam says Senegal, Holland will be a great game. I think so too. Netherlands and Ecuador, I think, for Lawrence to qualify. They used to do it all fine and dandy as always. Robert says Qatar got home advantage. That heat might, Senegal will be able to handle that heat. Ecuador will be too. The only ones that really that heat could affect is Netherlands, because the other three teams will, they'll be able to handle that heat.
Yeah, the heat there is an unknown quantity at the moment, isn't it? Because it's not just the heat in Qatar, it's humidity. But I haven't looked into it for a while now, how they were doing these air-conditioned stadiums and how that affects the play or teams or what. So I really need to know what environment they're playing in before we worry about if the heat's going to affect them or not. Because humidity will be massively high. But if I don't know, how do you aircon a bloody stadium, man?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mental.
You know why I'm chuckling? I've just seen a funny comment from Luke, as always. So when you're talking, it popped up, right? Right. So James Bong says, "Happy Amrit. If you're out of work, any good at fencing?" Oh, when she says out of, I think she means she's finished work. James, I hope that's what she means.
Yeah.
I can turn my hand to anything. Right. Big Manny says Holland, then flip of a coin for top. Right. Luke says Titch rigged the draw. This guy is
good at that. He's good at that.
You don't give him no break. Senegal have a good team for me. They can go to the quarterfinals from TD5. Robert says EP or foil. What have I missed there? Once again,
Epee or foil. That's fencing terms for two swords in the Olympic fencing.
Oh,
An epee or a foil. It's two different types
Oh,
of
epee.
blade.
Ah. So is he saying that in for that group? Just, you know, either or epee or foil?
To do with fencing.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's all right. See, Luke Titch is just a rigger. Ena Valencia still plays for Ecuador. Yes, he does. He does.
Wow. Does
Not
he?
too far from the foil, Robert. I'll always will and happy. I also missed a draw. Good, dude. Hopefully you don't even know it at all then, because you know Kieran doesn't know it. I've been in Qatar in the summer, 120 Fahrenheit, no humidity. That's from Lawrence, Kieran. Now,
No humidity.
You explain this
Really?
to me because I'm not too familiar as to what does that mean? 120 degrees Fahrenheit, no humidity. Try and break that down to me.
Well, here, especially here in Queensland, here we're in a sort of subtropical climate, right? And that means when you're talking about rainforest climates, what happens is it rains here, and you get so all the moisture's in the ground. Then the sun comes out, and all that moisture creates humidity out of the ground, and it builds up. And when it gets above, say, 60-70% humidity, my God, that's when you start sweating. It isn't about you can be in a 35-degree heat with no humidity. It's not that bad. It's just hot. It's really hot. But when the humidity comes, that's when it starts pumping out of you, mate, and it's hard to do anything, you know, too strenuous, and you start struggling. Because Queensland here, you know, we're known for a high humidity in the summer, and it can get up to 95%, you know, and it's really oppressive heat. You know, if you ever been to Dubai, if you get off a plane at Dubai or Singapore, in the old days before you walked into a terminal on that thing, you walk down the steps onto the tarmac, and as soon as you walk out that door, it's like walking into an oven. It just hits you. It hits you so hard. You go, Jesus Christ, and you run to the bus to get in the aircon. That's how bad it is. So humidity is a big factor.
So,
but like Lauren said, I find that interesting. No humidity at that time of year. That's interesting.
So, you know, the no humidity is a good thing then, obviously.
Yeah, it's a massive thing. Humidity is what, because when I first started playing here, I didn't realise. I started with a team on the Gold Coast, and we're training, you know, Tuesday, Thursday nights. Not a problem. My first game was on a 3 o'clock on a Saturday, right? And now this is our winter, but it was still 25 degrees, right? Which is, you know, 75, 80. And half time, I nearly died. I thought I was going to die with the heat in. Just, my God, it's such a difference with the humidity. So yeah, how they're going to do it there, I don't know. I want to see these stadiums. Maybe I should look into it more, and how they're going to aircon them. It just seems an amazing feat.
We'll see.
It does affect you though.
Boom. Right. Lawrence says it's dry in the Middle East. Robert says shouldn't be so short. Happy. No humidity is a dry heat. Horrible. From Hammerhead. The draw was supposed to be at 5. Yeah, it started at 6. They always drag it out. Exactly. So yeah, I didn't watch it. I was actually at training, but very little humidity. Luke says, I watched the draw. How did they make it take so long? Oh, have you mentioned the temperature in Oz before? What's FF? What does FF stand for?
Fuckface.
Oh, fuckface. Okay.
Yeah. It's lovingly known as fuckface to Happy Emirate.
So yeah, what is the temperature there, like right now?
Now we're just coming out of summer. We're coming into winter. Today will be still hitting about 27 degrees. At the moment, it's only about 23. I'm guessing. Feeling it. It's early in the morning, but we'll get to about 27, maybe 28. It's still quite hot.
So what's your response to this? Because like I said, I don't ever claim to know. Like I don't know. So Hamed said, I'd say no humidity is worse. It's dry.
Yeah, well, I can't remember if I've ever been in a place that didn't have a lot of humidity. Right? Especially, I know Western Australia has that. I've had a few friends went over there to work in Western Australia, and they found it fine because it'd be 35, 37 degrees, stinking hot. But they could handle it better because they were used to humidity here of Queensland, and they thought it was a lot easier to work in anyway. But if you go further north up here to Darwin, the top end of Australia, that's when you've got That's really tropical, you know, and that gets up to 40 odd degrees in the summer with a 95% humidity. You die up there, mate. You can't move. You know what I mean? If you do 10 minutes work, you're fully soaked, you're tired. It's oppressive. So I don't know. I can't compare what Ahmed's saying in a dry heat. I'm not really being in a really hot environment with no humidity. So
right, let me just go here. I'm gonna answer what Happy said. We'll just go through the first games in that group and in all of the groups if I can find it right. Who's playing who? Do the stadiums have roofs, Kieran?
well, I think that's what they was talking about, Mal. They were talking about building. Cause I don't think they had a bloody stadium, Qatar, when they got it. This was the controversy. Why the hell was it going there? And we all know why, because it's bent and people were taking money. And so they said they were going to build all new stadia and aircon them, so the heat wouldn't be a factor. Whether that's happened, I'm not sure.
You know, Hammerhead once again has made a good point here, which is to
Absolutely.
think thousands of people have died in slave labor to build these stadium facilities.
I don't know. I think it might be an exaggeration of thousands, but people have died and have been treated appallingly. And that's what they do in the Emirates, mate. They bring in foreign labor from poorer countries and they use them to do their bidding. And they don't pay them as well as they would if they come from the Western world.
Talk about human rights violations. Yeah, but this World Cup isn't in summer. It's like the thousands of England fans that were going to die in Manaus, Brazil, in a Winter World Cup. You can't beat the trash press. That's from James Bond. Yeah, obviously that has got to be a major factor in regards to manageable sort of heat, but it's still going to be hot. But yeah, having it in the winter, obviously. Top two playing each other first and the bottom two. So Roberts let us know there. Qatar v Ecuador. Because always Qatar, the host will always start. So Qatar v Ecuador and then Senegal v Netherlands. That's the first two games in that group. Thanks for that, Robert. If you can do that for the next one in a minute after we've. Cheers, Rob. See, you can be nice. Nice one, Robert. Dry heat is not as bad as hot and humidity. Big Mally. Humidity makes you sweat more. Sableton, the roofs on the stadium are specially designed and angled for aerodynamism. So the roofs on the stadiums are specially designed and angled for aerodynamism. Kieran, that's from Stuart. Sableton. Wow.
We'll see. Look, it's all about playing in it. Like I say, when I first played in it here, even though it was Australia's winter, mate, I nearly died. It was so hard. It's such a factor. When I had to jump in at half time and jump under a shower and just gasping for breath.
Drinking when
all the other guys have been around a while, played for a couple of seasons and they were a bit more used to it because they were mostly English and Scottish. But it is a factor. It really is hard. Hard on the feet too, because the grounds, even though they won't be for them, they'll be well watered. It's really tough. Do you remember years and years ago, like Jackie Charlton going crazy about his players?
In which country?
At the World Cup, when Jackie Charlton was managing Ireland.
Ireland, yeah. Who was he?
What World Cup? He was screaming at the referee.
Was it Mexico or no? It weren't Mexico.
It was out there. It was in South America somewhere, Geezer. I think it might have been Mexico. And because they wouldn't let them have a drink, they wouldn't let his players have a drink. They were dying out on the pitch.
That's crazy.
And it was dangerous, mate. You get dehydrated in that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, I worked out here out west here for a few years, right? And I was working in 40-degree heats. And, mate, the amount of water I drank during the day, you got bored of drinking it. But it's constantly pouring out you. You've got to replace it. Otherwise, you collapse. We had one guy collapse from dehydration, and it gets very, very dangerous. You can go bad really quickly. And that was Jack Charlton's point at the time of that game. His players were struggling. And they wouldn't even let him have a drinks break or stop, when there was an injury, give him drinks. The referee
sort of remember that, I think I do. This is crazy. TD5 says, to think loads of workers have died to build those stadiums, yet they'll get knocked down after the tournament is finished. Is that true?
I think so, because they've got no use for them there, mate.
That's just, that's crazy.
Qatar's a very small country, it's a very, really, Qatar's just a big gas station, isn't it? It's just it's
That's
all
crazy,
it is,
though.
mate.
All the money and all the, you know, people, blood, sweat, and tears. You understand? The people dying, and then you're just gonna knock them down.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've heard. Yeah, it's the same. I've heard that's what they do because they've got no use for them.
Previously, the holders started the tournament. Not sure when they changed it. Oh, the holders. I thought, yeah, I don't know when. Why would a stadium need to be aerodynamic? Is it a secret spaceship? That's an age thing. Fuckface. Same as before, Luke. Right. You were simple. They played in LA at midday. Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Hello, Cams. You are around. Covered with climate control like in the state. Right. We're going to get on to the next group, Creeping, which is, they said, and make them into community centers. Creeping, Cams. Last one. Now we're going to move on. Why allow countries that have no use for these things after? Exactly. It's true. We know why, but that's an obvious point.
They should never have got that. They should never have got that World Cup. You know, I remember that being awarded to them, mate. And you know, the country that was biggest pissed off than anyone was Australia. Australia thought they had it.
Yeah.
What they do have here in Australia, mate, they've got all the stadia. They really have got state-of-the-art stadia all over the country. They didn't need to build a thing.
Yep.
To have it. And it was in a perfect time. It's Australia's winter. It was, you know, it was made for Australia. And because they'd built all new stadia since the last Olympics here and everything here all over the country. And they thought they had it. And there were certain countries that promised them, you know, they all vote.
Yep.
And they basically lobbied these other countries for their vote. And there's a few countries there that had promised Australia their vote, and in the last minute changed their vote to Qatar. So the belief, obviously, then is these guys were paid. They were paid to vote for Qatar, and they were given money for it, and they got it. So, which it didn't make sense. And Qatar, no, you got every league in the world's got to change to suit this World Cup.
Yeah.
You know. In our middle of our football season.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
It
didn't make sense. And it's been found since how bent FIFA are, aren't they? They're all at it.
That's a joke. Happy says, just seeing we have agreed a 3-year deal for Lingard. How can that be? I think maybe because of his contract, you know, it's about to expire. I don't know whether. I don't know. I know that, you know, if it's abroad and that, then you could have done it in January. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't believe that.
Right, big up. I did say, yeah. What's that, Kieran?
I just didn't think you could approach them until maybe I heard maybe 4 weeks before the end of the season, something like that. I didn't think you could approach them at this stage. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right, Harmony. I did say I haven't seen you for a while, so thank you for joining.
Hey, Harmony.
I built in other countries designed to be safe for green, recycled, and ethical. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. It's been a while. Hammerhead says it's always fixed. Yep. Harmony's obviously to gain money. And Luke says, April the 1st, happy. April Fool's. It's April. This contract expires this month. So yeah. She's been done. Right. Yeah. So we're going to move on to Group B. And I think it's after 12. No, it's not. Oh, after 12 p.m. Sorry. Right, Kieran, we're moving to Group B, and this should interest you because it is England's group. And no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, there we go. I'll tell you who that playoff is. That playoff is either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. So Scotland and Ukraine play each other. Then the winner plays Wales. So that's who that Euro playoff is. What are your thoughts on that, Kieran, and everybody in the chat?
Wow, that's really interesting, isn't it? Wow, it could be Wales or Scotland.
Yeah.
As well. Wow. That's yeah, I like that. That's entertaining. That if we get Wales or Scotland, Ukraine maybe, but I'd rather see Wales or Scotland in it. That'd be interesting, man. USA too. Jesus.
Lawrence's boys there. Lawrence's boys tucked in there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, there could be a banana skin USA for England, but I doubt it. Well, that's some interesting fixtures there. England, USA. Yeah, that's a cracker.
What do you think of? You said you don't like having the easy groups and that. Let's say let's put Wales
it's
in
a bit
there.
more of a test. Wales and Scotland will be a bit more of a test because the nature of who they are, and they're British, and it always brings that extra bit of spite to it. Especially Wales and Scotland, they're so desperate to beat England, aren't they?
Yeah.
USA are a bit of a anomaly. They're good in parts and average in others. I can't imagine Iran being any threat to anyone.
I'm just going to go to the comment. One sec.
It's a group England should still win.
Robert, if you can. Yeah, Robert, if you can, let me know the order for this group, please. They're all, for the first round. Sorry, and everybody, what's your thoughts on it? I've seen some already. Kieran, what would you, let's just say, who's the strongest team out of Wales, Scotland, Ukraine? Would you say Wales?
That's pretty hard to say. All three of them have got a shout, to be honest.
All right,
I'd say Wales. We'll give it to Wales.
Yeah, or you can just say Euro playoff. Like, what order does that group end in after 3 games?
I think England will top the group. Yeah, I'd say, if I went by what I really, Wales and Scotland probably got. Yeah, Wales, Scotland, and Ukraine finished second. USA third, around fourth.
Okay, right. So let me now go to the next comment, which I think you can sign a player 3 months before. I'm not sure. That's from Robert regarding Lingard. Right, hot and humid makes your sweat unable to evaporate, which is part of your cooling process. So you overheat. Dry heat is far more bearable, but this is in winter, guys. Probably about 30 degrees Celsius, so cooler. That's from James.
Nice one, James. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure what the humidity is there. If Lawrence is saying it's not that bad at that time of year, well, that would be a good thing because that is what kills you, the humidity.
But 120 degrees Fahrenheit what is that in Celsius?
Yeah, if they're about 30 degrees, that's not so bad. That's about around 90 in the old money. It's about 90 odd degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It's still bloody hot to play.
Exactly.
I tell you. I know.
Lawrence says USA, England. US.
Well, the guy knows.
Easy, says Hammerhead. I went to Poland for the Sweden game, got back an email and bank account had been hacked. Wow. God. Sorry to hear that, man. Great drops, to be fair, says Happy. Teach them Yanks a thing or two, says Hammerhead. Love you, Americans, but I will be cheering on England. Right, TD Vive says England. Right, so he agrees with you. England first, whoever is the Euro playoff qualifier second, USA third, and Iran fourth. Hammerhead breaking news just did. You're laughing. Luke says England are going to walk that. Scotland could finish second. Piss easy from Hammerhead. If USA score 1 goal against England, I'll be disappointed. They can't even call the game its proper name. That's from right. Luke says USA suck. Yeah.
Many years ago, USA put a shock result against us. I'm not sure whether it was the game after the World Cup. Well, in '66, we beat them and then played USA. It was one of them, and they beat England, which was ridiculous. It was like the smallest, one of the smallest nations of football in the world beating England. Yeah. There was a shock result. Maybe somebody, one of these boys could Google it, but there was a massive shock result, and it was after, England being one of the best teams in the world at the time.
Well, let's hope there's no repeat of that. Okay. Bloody hell. Hi, Hammer, the future YouTube. Hi, Hammerette and Harms, the future YouTube channel. Isn't it? Would want Ukraine to go through this from Robert, as I couldn't choose between Scotland and Wales. So yeah, he wants Ukraine to qualify.
Yeah, it's a shame that couldn't go on, that game that we knew, isn't it?
Yeah,
that couldn't have been played.
Look at Harmony. Harmony's order is Iran, Wales, USA, England. always top 2 teams play for. Okay, sorry. So England are playing Iran and USA v whoever qualifies. So that will be. Thanks, Robert. That will be the order of play. So we're playing Iran first, which is, that's the perfect start for us, isn't it? Without being disrespectful.
Well, it should be. It should be an easy game, but yeah.
England, Scotland, Iran. Oh, Hammerheads put USA to finish last.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Lawrence?
We were top of the group, and then the papers were saying we will win the World Cup. So that's from Stuart. It always happens. The Euros. I don't know if we're going to get a better opportunity than that against Italy. You hope. Harmony, England, USA, Yarmouth will break Scotland and Wales. As an Englishman living in Wales, I can't be against them both. That's from Big Money. 120 is like 45 degrees Celsius. Oh my days. I'm tired and I'm not following properly. So we play Iran first, then USA. Definitely Iran first. I don't know about the second one, but it's definitely Iran first. Iran to take points off USA and Scotland. 30 degrees Celsius equals 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
That sort of suits them, Sean. It does. That heat. Iran will be well used to that.
Yeah, no problem.
But how good they?
Be great to show Bail up, says Happy. 120 summer, not that hot in November, but still hot.
Yeah. I'd say they'll still be hitting 30 degrees, mate. About 90 something there.
Play Iran first. Not sure about the second game. Yeah, so that will be the top two will play first when we go to the next week. 1950 World Cup, USA 1, England 0.
That was it, Sean. 1950, was it? Yeah, they beat England. One of the biggest shocks in football at the time. And I only read this. Obviously, I wasn't born then, even though people might think I was. But I do remember seeing something about it, how it was one of the biggest shocks in football. Yeah, the USA beat England. It should never have happened, but it did.
At a World Cup as well. So it was in Belo Horizonte, 1950. Horizonte. Did I pronounce it right? You up for that, Harms? Your new channel. Sounds like you have had a bad day. James Bong. Deck is going to snap Pulisic. You can't multitask when you're tired. Looks like a cricketer on a scoreboard. Ian Richard Iran. Oh, yeah. TD5. Fixtures are confirmed. First Iran, then USA, then... Oh. So, Kieran, TD5 says our fixtures are Iran, USA, then that qualifying winner, which is probably the best order of play, isn't it?
Yeah, because England could have... Well, they will have 6 points on the board by then. And it's not so crucial then that last game to win. So that works out well for England again. I'm sure that will be noted by all the Scots and the Welsh.
Lawrence says, Titch and Geezer, great stuff, mates. Have to run dinner with my lovely wife. Titch, hit me up later. Want to discuss a few things. I will do that, Lawrence. If it's not today, then tomorrow. So let me know if you're free tomorrow, because after this it'll be quite late. But yeah, definitely, Lawrence. James, of course, just brain ache from dickheads in a pub all night, thinking they are hard. That Dutch courage. Correction, Titch. 120 is actually 48.8 degrees Celsius, so hot as hell. Who is that? Lawrence, before he goes, US. He's going to be quiet when they play England. Beautiful. Have to get through Ukrainian women and children will have to stay for free. We had a rep run and made a few thousands for them. Wow. You can read that, Kieran, if you can. If you can see it, I mean.
What is that? The hotel was beautiful. Half the guests were Ukrainian women and children. Allowed to stay for free. Lovely. We had a whip around and made a few thousand for them. Not all bad. Oh, that's lovely. That's brilliant, Harmony. That's really nice. That's really nice.
Right. So, as always, thanks to everybody who's tuned in. We haven't finished, obviously, but, thanks for your input, contribution. And we are now going to move on to Group C. And that is Kieran. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. What are you saying about that?
Saudi Arabia, Argentina. Wow. See what, that'll be Argentina, Mexico. That's that'll be tough. That won't be easy for Argentina. No matter how many superstars they got in there.
Poland.
Really tough. Poland, yeah, they're a bit hit and miss these days. They used to have a good team back in the 70s, but they really haven't done much since. But they always produce a few good players, Poland, and a good solid side. So yeah, that's it might not be a walk in the park for Argentina. Mexico might have a shout in that. Obviously, the Saudis, they've got the heat advantage. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it, yeah.
So, once again,
you'd expect Mexico and Argentina. I'd imagine it's the top two progress. Is that how it works?
Yeah. And because there's 8 groups, there won't be no third place. As far as I'm aware, it will just go to 16. Surely that's the last 16, isn't it?
Straight to 16, top 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, someone can clarify that, but I'd imagine so.
Yeah. Interesting. Argentina and Mexico would be a game to watch. It could be. Mexico can be surprising at times. So, and they're well used. Both of them are used to the heat.
Exactly.
Even though, they'll be fine. I think it'll be a good game. That Poland are one of them teams though. They can upset the apple cart.
Yeah.
There won't be the pushovers. There'll be a hard. Yeah, I'd see Poland could take a point off one of them, Argentina or Mexico. So interesting.
So
that could make a difference.
If he's going to put some money on that, what order would you put for that group?
Yeah, I'd still go Argentina, Mexico, Poland, Saudi.
Yeah, someone might be able to confirm, but I think with 8 groups, then naturally to go to the last 16, but we'll see. Right, let's see what they say in the comments regarding Group C. Mexico. One sec. It's amazing. Right, here we go. Yeah, Iran Monday the 21st November, USA Friday the 25th, and a Euro playoff winner Tuesday the 29th. So that's 4 days in between each game. That's brilliant, Harms. Fair play to you guys. Right, TD5 says Argentina, Poland, Mexico, Saudi Arabia. That's his order.
Yeah.
Big Mally says Argentina and Poland to qualify from that group. Happy Emirates says Zini. Mexico have been really poor recently, says TD5. Luke says Saudi Arabia are going to get 3 whippings. Double entendre there, I'm sure. Mr. Mona. Hang on, I've lost my bottle opener. That's James. I can see 1 or 2 shocks in this World Cup disabled team. Zini and Messi. I agree with TD5. Oh, about Mexico, I think, recently. Freshie says Poland, Argentina, Mexico, Saudi Arabia. What do you think about that selection, that choice?
Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what, not that I've took a lot of notice of Poland lately. Maybe I'm misjudging them. Obviously, Sean's really cluey about his football. So maybe Poland been doing a lot better than I give them credit for. Would I see him winning that group? Still, no. Just by the nature of the players Argentina have in their team. But maybe they can. Maybe they can. Wow, that would be interesting. Yeah, maybe they're a better team than I'll give them credit for. So who knows? Who knows? That would be a shock to me anyway.
They've got probably the most informed striker in world football, obviously in Lewandowski. So with him,
Lewandowski, yes, true. They have got him. He's some player, isn't he? He is some.
He is. Right, Harmony says Mexico, Poland, Saudi Arabia cheating Maradona lad. Okay, so she's having a bubble. We nearly had the Saudis, says Cams. And Messi, I suppose. But Robert says Poland to top that group.
Oh, there you go. There's 2 of them, or 3 of them at least, said that.
TD5, thank you very much. He's confirmed it's just the top 2 that go through, which makes sense.
Right.
2-0 win for the Saints tomorrow. But Harmony is saying Southampton will beat Leeds 2-0 tomorrow.
Really?
Hammerhead says Poland to be top, Mexico to finish second. Bet on it. So he's not putting Argentina into that equation. I have a big shot. Oh, TD5 says, I have a big shot coming up. You'll see soon. Right, Hammerhead. Poland, Mexico, Argentina, Saudi Arabia. So, yeah, Argentina is not, people is not in this chat, is not really.
Not rating them.
Nah. Sold on Jesse. Mexico, second to Argentina. Big up, Wally. Yeah, Wally, I've made a little studio in honor of you, but it's not quite ready yet. I'm sure you like it. What we got here? Hi, brother Wally. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Wally, though. Group H is the closest to the group of death. Yeah, I thought so. Wally, what's your thoughts on England and USA in the same group? Hey, DDT, and good evening all. Good evening. Big up, Wally.
Yeah. Wally's got his big flag outside his house, so I know who he's supporting.
Yeah.
He's got his big stars and stripes up, mate. He'll probably be hoisting it higher after today.
Imagine there was a winky. Pay more attention. Oh, there was a wink. Right, so let's just go back here. We're going to move on to Group C. All of these will be, I was familiar sort of with England's, and that was it really. Right, so Group C, Kieran, is, nope. We done, hold on. Did we do A, B, and C then?
Yeah, we done that.
A, okay, B, sorry, my bad. Right, Group D. France, I'll tell you who that qualifier is. Denmark, Tunisia. And I'll tell you who that qualifier is. France.
Yeah.
D. Let me find that. Right, that is either UAE, Australia, or Peru.
Well, Australia are going to struggle to get through, I reckon, but they've been pretty poor lately. Yeah. So, UAE or Peru, well, let's put it doesn't matter which three of them.
Yeah.
Bloody qualify, really. They're not really good enough in that company. France and Denmark. Tunisia, North Africans. Yeah. Yeah, look, France are good at tournament football, aren't they? Mm-hmm. They usually turn up and they turn up. And they usually get... So there's no way France isn't winning that group. Denmark, okay. Not brilliant. They're all right. Tunisia, don't know too much about, but I still think they'll be stronger. I did watch a couple of Tunisia's games a while back, but I can't remember what the fuck was going on.
Was that
so? It's a pretty. Denmark and France should cruise it. Really, I think they'll be happy with that group.
Yeah,
they won't be panicking at all.
But yeah, France should definitely win that group, man. Fairly easily as well.
I think so.
Right, let's see what everybody says. What he says, I think I read that. Maybe not. Mexico second to Argentina. So no, I didn't. So what he's saying, Argentina to win that group. Wally. Yeah. Oh no, I did. Maybe an agent scored. There was pink. Right, one sec. Hammerhead. Here we go. We have Father Wally from Hammerhead. Waltz. I am adopting my new son Frederick so he can single-handedly crush England for the USA. Never too late for Fredericks. Robert says, I am your father. You're going to have a new brother, Hammer. Big Mally says France and Denmark. I don't like March, dude. He just isn't. He's not a player changer, improver, etc. That's Jesse March. Another, while we're speaking about Americans. Nah, Wally will always be Papa. Hey, Hoppy. Right, here's my big shot. Denmark first, UAE second, Peru. Oh no, France Champions curse. I have a feeling. He's saying France fourth. I would.
No. TD5. You've had it bang on up until now. Now you've gone bonkers. I don't think he likes them. No, that's never going to happen. They'll cruise that group. Cruise it.
James Bong, I really like Peru. France, Denmark, Peru, Tunisia. Chance of a shock in this one. France, Denmark. Oh, so he's saying that's what he would say, but there is chance of a shock in this one.
Yeah, Peru to win their qualifying and get through. Yeah, they've probably got a better chance than Australia anyway.
And
Because,
it looks like UAE are already through, and it's Australia v Peru first because they've got UAE first, and the same thing, they had Wales first as well. So I'm assuming UAE are waiting to play Australia, or the winners between Australia and Peru. I think
that's right. Yeah.
Denmark, France playoff, Tunisia. Denmark, France playoff, Tunisia. Nice TD5. France, Defo, and Denmark. Ericsson to score the winner in what game? Now that I've said that, they'll win the whole thing. Always trying.
You'll probably right, mate. You probably will.
Right,
Well, they will. What they are good at, I've always known. Last time, they are the holders, aren't they? France. They won it last time, didn't they?
Yeah, because Italy won the Euros. Yeah, I'm sure it's. Is it France? Yeah,
pretty sure it is, isn't it? Yeah, and they're good at tournament football, mate.
It is France.
Generally,
it's definitely France. It is France.
Yeah. So I can see them going deep into the competition myself, unless something changes from now and then. Pogba normally turns up when he plays for France, doesn't they?
Yeah.
Even when they're in trouble, they throw Giroud on and he scores a goal.
And now they've got Benzema back in the international fold as well, which, he was out for about 8 years, I think, but he's back now as well. So they're even stronger than they were previously.
They're a good side.
Paddington Bear playing for Peru, says Robert.
Of course he is. These marmalade sandwiches.
Yeah, France then Peru for Wally. So people are picking Peru and they're not even, confirmed yet. France have Mbappe. I wonder if Zuma will get a call up.
Maybe.
Summer. If we're going to progress next season, that's Leeds. It's happened before. France, Peru, Denmark, Tunisia from Hammerhead. So yeah, everybody's, Peru's getting put in there, and they're not even in.
I couldn't tell you. I hadn't seen them. Be honest, guys, I haven't seen them to comment on them.
They came fifth in the South American qualifiers.
Yeah, they still didn't qualify.
Yeah.
In a national group, so or neither did Australia. So they might be the best of a bad bunch, but I can't see them upsetting Denmark myself. But we'll see.
Right, Harmony says, "I love."
I'll tell you, even saying that about France, when you look at it, they've probably got the best squad in the tournament. On paper.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see them not getting, to the semi or the final.
Harmony, I think she fancies the manager called Kasper Schulman. I'm going to call him.
Schulman.
Denmark will do really well. I am betting on them to win, says Harmony.
There you go.
Hammerhead says, yes, France are world champions. James says, Zuma has been dropped from the squad because he dislikes cats. That's from regarding his call-up. Bold prediction, Harmony. Now, this is the one. Peru play winners of UAE. Right, so Peru are actually waiting. So maybe this the way this suggests on here, they've got it wrong. Because he's saying Australia and UAE have got to play, and then the winner plays Peru.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's two big games for Australia.
And I wonder if Peru's at home for that game as well. Which players did Tunisia have? I'm not too sure. Let's get this back. Right, so we've done Group D. Let's go to Group E, Kieran. Spain, Germany, oh my days, Japan, and I'm going to tell you who that last team is. Spain, Germany. That is either Costa Rica or New Zealand. That's it. They're playing each other.
Well, wow. That is a group. That's I tell you what, Japan.
Yeah.
Don't write them off to fucking upset anyone. But it is Germany and Spain. But Japan are a good side, man. They're the ones that I think beat Australia. Like them, win their group. They're a good side, Japan. Really are surprising. Yeah, all in Qatar. All right, Spain, Germany. Jesus Christ. That's a tough one to pick, man.
Yeah.
Got New Zealand, Costa Rica. No, they're going to
That's
be
it,
the whipping
yeah.
boys. Yeah, they're going to be the whipping boys. Whoever gets through there, that's not going to affect anything. It'd be just great for New Zealand if they did qualify for it, because the last time they went to a World Cup, New Zealand, I think it's the first time they've ever bloody qualified. It was only a few World Cups ago, wasn't it? They were
Yeah.
they didn't qualify out of their group, but they were unbeaten. They never lost a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the 3 draws, whatever, wasn't enough.
Yeah.
There you go. That's one of their little claims to fame. So Germany, Spain. Jesus. Wow. That's a toughie, man. I Germany again. They usually turn up in tournaments, don't they? They're normally well organised, pretty solid. So I'd tip Germany to maybe just pinch it from Spain.
And then
I wouldn't surprise me if Japan took points off either one of them, Spain or Germany.
Yeah.
If they play how they can play, because they are a decent side. But yeah, it's going to be Germany, Spain, Japan,
And then whoever qualifies.
and Costa Rica or New Zealand. Yeah.
All right, let me. Crocodile's happy. Sorry, James. Is who I wanted to replace Bielsa Titch. March is. Oh, sorry, she wanted him at Leeds. Kasper Hjolman. Right, TD5 is Spain, Germany, Japan, and then New Zealand or Costa Rica. How many Duke plays? Rica, Costa. I forgot last out loud. Laughing. Spain, Germany. No, Spain, Japan, Germany, Costa Rica from.
Yeah, you say it. He could be right. They could make a shock. I think they could decide Japan. I'm not sure they'll finish second, but they could decide who finishes first and second.
Yeah.
That's what I think about Japan when they play Germany or Spain. I mean, they could have a say in that group. Whether they could get second, sure, big call. Big call. They'd have to beat one of them then.
There's got to be a shock in at least one of the groups. And, generally, Japan is, at World Cups and that, they normally do.
Yeah, they do well. They're a good side, man.
Hammerhead says Germany, Japan, Spain, and then either New Zealand or Costa Rica. TD5, Japan couldn't beat Vietnam, but they are a decent team. Cam says, where's Italy? They will be having their
That's when you see all these teams, like Costa Rica, New Zealand, and all that, and Italy's not there. You think, fuck me.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
And the thing is, even if they would have beaten North Macedonia, they still would have had to play Portugal a few days later. Do you know what the funny thing is?
Exactly, yeah.
After that, Italy played a friendly like 2 or 3 days later. Like, just imagine you've just gone out of the World Cup at home.
Who wants to play that?
Yeah, a couple of days later. Japan.
I mean, any Europeans, you mean it reflects bad on us why we didn't beat them. They couldn't even qualify that against, who was it? North Macedonia. Jesus Christ.
At home as well.
That was so bad.
Harmony says Japan, War United, Spain, and then either of those playoff teams. So she's tipping Japan to win that group. Go the Kiwis, only beaten team in 2010 World Cup. Wow, they were the only team to not lose in that. That's what I
was saying. They were undefeated in that 2007 World Cup, as I said to James. That's their sort of claim to fame. They went there and got 3 draws.
Wow.
And, all they did was park the bus sort of thing and try and hit someone on a break. But they got 3 draws out of their group. It was fantastic for them, even though they didn't qualify to the last stages.
And they go back to Rome. Cam's near the sea. Oh, you're joking. Boom. No, that is funny. Germany might not make 2 knockout stages in a row. Germany finished bottom of the. Oh yeah, the last World Cup. Remember, they were shocking the last World Cup.
That was shocking, yeah, absolutely shocking.
Let's go here. Then again, New Zealand play teams like the Solomon Islands to get to that. The playoff.
Yeah, they do. They do, yeah.
Right. So this is a good point. I know this has been and gone, but England were in total control. You can't score after 2 minutes. You're at home. You know, it was a tired Italy team because they'd been to extra time, I think, twice before that. You had the momentum. We was playing well, but yet that turned out to be our only shot on target in 2 hours of football. And that for me just highlighted, that great Gareth Southgate doesn't entirely know what he's doing, and we should have won that game.
We should have done, and what Robert's saying then, why he took Rice off at that stage? I thought he was running the game.
Joke.
Who plays playing in the park? And I just couldn't understand that substitution. Could not understand it.
I don't rate. Macedonia battered Germany not long ago. I don't rate Southgate as a manager. Right, let's go to Group F. Let me just double check. Yeah, Group F, Kieran. Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia.
Ooh. Do you know? Oh, Canada. Yeah. Croatia. Ooh, always a tough team to play, Croatia. And Belgium have got the squad to win it. But I always find with Belgium, they always disappoint me.
Yeah.
When they get to final tournaments, they always disappoint me. They always think they look like, you look at their team on paper, you think, shit, that should go on and win it. And they always seem to slip up and not perform. Even though in that group, really, they should be first or second. I'd presume with what they've got with De Bruyne's, and you'd still pick them to win that group.
Yeah.
And then Croatia a close second. And that could be either way. That Croatia could turn up and really give everyone a hard time. Canada, they're doing well, but I'd put them third and Morocco fourth. But that's about it. And I'm think I'm being generous to Canada there. But we'll see.
And obviously
Belgium, Croatia, Canada, Morocco.
But you know, Belgium start off against Canada. I'm just trying to think. No, it doesn't work like that. I don't think. Let me just check something, Stu. Qatar. No, I thought that was in some sort of order of seeding. You know, group pot 1, 2, but clearly it's not. No, because I was thinking, nah. Surely Croatia weren't in pot 4, but no, Croatia would have been pot 2. Surely. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Chat says
Croatia, Belgium are the seeded teams. I take it.
Bottle job putting kids in exactly. Putting kids, it's true. I think, you know, like if you me personally just think deep into it, I think, you know what, he done that. And the players he picked, he knew that if it all fucks up, the heat will be on these players because of the players that he selected. You do not put a 19-year-old kid in a final who's still relatively new to, you know, professional football. You don't put him as your fifth penalty taker.
That was crazy.
That was just, So
absolutely
so it's
I weren't annoyed with Saka missing, mate. I felt really sorry for him because I don't think he should be put in that position. But I was really annoyed with Rashford because he has been around a long time. He is experienced, and that stupid run up, skip, hop, fucking anything else, I thought it was a terrible penalty.
Yeah.
And he should just got up there and smashed it in, mate. Just bang it. Fuck's sake. I just thought he was trying to be too smart, too clever, and he's been crap ever since.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can't bring players on in a major final and say you're basically just coming on to take the pennies. And if you remember, he had Rashford playing at right back, and the game was still going on. You understand? I'm thinking, Gareth Southgate, I think it just proves that he doesn't know what he's doing. And
wouldn't Rice have been a penalty taker for you, surely?
But then saying that, Kieran, they had Sterling was there. He didn't take. You know, they had players there that Henderson was on the pitch. I don't know if
why wouldn't Henderson be there? I mean, he's the most experienced player on there, isn't he? Jesus Christ.
All I can say is this: it's one of two things. He either literally doesn't know what he's doing, or two, he had an ulterior motive. Is that, listen, we should have won this game. If it goes to penalties, you know, certain people will take a penalty and get more flack than others. That's the reality. And, you know, I just think, you know, if you want to be real cynical, he's just thrown people under the bus just in case. And it worked because everybody was speaking about the racist abuse Saka was getting and Sancho and that deflected from the truth of the matter was this guy as a manager fucked up.
He didn't go for it. Again, I remember in the World Cup there, who did we play in a semi? Was that Croatia?
Croatia.
Right. He just didn't go for it. All he had to do was go for that game. And he didn't go for it. You could see he was more defensive minded. He didn't go for it. And I think the same against them. And the stats bear it out, don't they? One shot on target the whole game.
Yeah. And that was after 2 minutes. And it was a goal.
You know, come on. That's piss poor in a final, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is.
At home as well. Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, Canada from Hamed. Let me just catch up with these comments. TD5, Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, Canada. James Barr. Then again, Oceania teams freaking out to play fifth in South America in the playoff. Usually a team far better than most European qualifiers. Belgium, Croatia from the Godfather, Walito. Belgium, Canada, Croatia. So Harmony's putting Croatia ahead of, Canada ahead of Croatia.
Wow. It's a big one.
1, an area the size of Belgium. 2, Croatia. 3, Canada. 4 more, an area the size of Belgium. What am I missing there? So first she's gone 1, an area the size of Belgium. 2, Croatia. 3, Canada. 4, Morocco. An area the size of Belgium. I hate when I just don't get it.
Yeah.
An area the size of Belgium.
I know it's small. Belgium, when you think of the talent they've got, Belgium, it is a bloody small country.
They're only like 5 mil population. Or no? Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
no.
It'd be something like that. It'd be small. Very small. They produce some bloody players. I'll give them that.
That's crazy. World number 1. And I'm sure, I don't know, maybe 5 is way off, but I think they are about 5 mil, man. Once again in the chat, what is Belgium's population? Yeah, I know. I was just saying. Hammerhead said a lot more talented Moroccan players in elite leagues than Canadians, which is true. Belgium, Canada. Right, Cam says Belgium, Canada, Croatia, Morocco can see bottling. So he's agreeing with Harmony there. No Croatia, but Canada second. Freshie says Pots 2 to 4 had their positions in the group drawn by balls. Pots 2 to 4 had their positions drawn in a group by balls. So then what about Pots 1 and 3? Because I didn't watch it. Vlasic and Kelleher. I think Croatia will top that group with Belgium. That's from Happy. That's why right. That's why Australia left the Confederation and joined Asia. Swings and roundabout. So did they like change, you know, what continent they come under for this qualification?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Australia a few years back they joined the Asia group. So they qualified. Let's say then they were playing Japan, and it was better in the Asian qualifiers. It worked out better for Australia. Yeah. I mean, they got to the World Cup, they had a better chance because every time back in that Confederation, they were playing. Even if they won it, they were playing a South American team. It could be Argentina.
Yeah.
You know, it could be. Yeah, they had no chance of getting through really. So. When they did the Asian one, they did get through. They did qualify. And then, like you said, New Zealand in the Oceania group, which is all the island teams, so Fiji and Solomon Islands and all that.
Yeah.
Samoa. Yeah.
What we got here? One sec. Moyes did it with nodes after. Some teams went into different groups as you couldn't have more than 2 teams from the same continent. Ah, okay. So it had to be. Yeah, you can't. But big up Budgie. Good evening all. No notification again. Sorry I'm late. No, listen, there's no obligation. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Budgie, you're grounded, says Harmony. Freshfielder says Croatia have Borna Sosa. He's been my ultimate pick at left back for us. He has an absolute wonder of a left foot. 20 million Stuttgart. Check out his crossing ability on YouTube. I've never heard of him either. Borna Sosa. Sosa is it like a maybe a Mexican
No,
or maybe
sure.
that name, Borna
Well,
Souza.
if Sean says he's good, he'll be good because he knows his shit. So,
Borna Souza.
what's his name?
Borna
Borma.
Souza. Borna
Borna.
Souza.
Wow.
Hey, smuggler.
Okay.
Good evening, Maestro Budgie. That name again. He said it again. Borna Souza.
Boma Souza. Well, that's it. If I go on any other streams again, I'm just gonna say, look, Boma Souza. I'm gonna nick it off Sean and just say, yeah, you want to check out this Boma Souza, mate? He'll be a great left back. Or West Ham.
Great left
No
back.
one's gonna-
Some people
only-
actually do
it's
that.
only Sean's got it. Sean won't mind if I nick it. He'll be right.
Some people actually do that. They just listen to what everyone else is saying, and then they just like, "Hey, Clyde, you gonna spank me too, Harmony?" She's laughing. Sean James Wally. Oh, one sec. Let's catch up. Right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I knew as soon as I said 5, but that's under 12 mil.
Still small.
Yeah,
some small countries. Yeah.
I know I said they're all drawn the same way. 5. Right. If Vlasic leaves us, he will get in. Apparently, if Vlasic leaves us, he will get in. Apparently, is that in the Croatia squad?
Yeah, it must mean that.
Because generally he's a starter for them. Australia and European soccer contest, are they? Are they in Europe? What the hell?
Yeah, fuck knows how, mate.
So they switched.
I don't know. I can't work out. You have Euro qualifiers and there's teams in from North Africa in it and all sorts and from Asia. There's all sorts of teams in the Euros that aren't really in the European continent, isn't it? Israel's in the Euros, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, which I've not problem. I ain't got a problem with it, but they're not in the European continent. But there you go.
See, I don't know what is going on here. Right, that's Group F. H. Okay. No, G and H.
Who was saying? Was it Sean or James saying about this Group H? Is the
and then when I looked at it earlier, that's exactly what I thought. Right. Let me get back to the comments 1 minute. Right, okay, Australia. Yeah, Croatian coach said Vlasic needs to leave Hammers or go on loan somewhere to stand a chance of getting in the side. Yeah, and
wow,
up until that, he was actually a starter for them.
Shit, that's not good.
Harmony says Australia. All right, Robert. She says at Robert. Australia like that kid at school who changes teenage support every season. Not quite the channel. Right. Oops, not quite the channel I had in mind. What did he put before that? James Bond. Oh, missed it.
From Harmony.
Like Kazakhstan are in European qualifiers too, and Georgia, not really geographically in Europe. TD5 is, he's young as well, like 14 or 15, I think. He's only young, this TD5. Like, I swear, 14 or 15.
I suppose Kazakhstan and Georgia might be classed as Asia. They might be classed as Asia, not Eastern European, because they're right on the borders, aren't they, with Mongolia and China, I'm guessing. But you could be right. So TD5 has done geography at school. Good lad.
Yeah, that's probably specialist subject and football. Right, Kieran, we're going to go to Group G, which is the penultimate group. Right. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Oh, Switzerland, Cameroon. Okay, now that's a tricky one too.
Is that for second place, you mean? As in tricky?
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd think Serbia, Switzerland. I don't know much about Cameroon lately. I haven't seen them. I don't get the African Nations Cup here or their qualifiers either. So they're an unknown quantity to me, Cameroon. Switzerland are a decent side. So, yeah, I'd still you can't go past Brazil, even though they could slip up, but I doubt it. Brazil will win the group. So it's all about. I can see it as it stands.
Like
That's how I like that. That's how I'd pick the group. But Switzerland could upset Serbia.
Aside from Brazil, that one is a tough one to call, including Cameroon in that as well.
Yeah, with Cameroon, I put him last only because I don't know too much about him.
I don't think that Cameroon will finish bottom of that group.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I watched them at the AFCON. They were the host nation. They lost in the semis. But you know that Vincent Abubakar is another striker that knows where the back of the net is. They played well as well throughout that. So yeah, I couldn't see them finishing bottom, like, but you know they easily could do. But yeah, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll finish bottom. I've got a feeling. I think Switzerland are going to come bottom of that group. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just get to the comments. That kid at school, James. Group. Oh, here we go. Group G is the group of death. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Nah, H, I think. I think it's H, Freshy. But then that is for the second place. I can't remember. Right. Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon from TD5. Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon. How did you do it? Geography, asked James Bong to TD5. Katie, 9 million. It's from Georgia, definitely European. Katie, 9 million bicycles in the world. Malua is from Georgia, definitely European. Cameroon have striker. Oh, Toto Akambi. Oh, Akambi. I've heard of him. I know who he is. And you know,
doesn't he play for Leon?
Yeah, that's what he said. Akambi. Yeah, he said that for Leon.
Oh, he's there. I knew. Yeah, I didn't see the last bit of his statement there.
And
apparently he said they've got two of them, haven't they? And one of them's the top goal scorer in Europe, and the other one's the top goal scorer in their league for their club.
And we're playing them.
Yeah, I reckon this Akembe is meant to be not bad.
Yeah, I forgot about him at the thing as well. He played well at the AFCON alongside Abubakar. So yeah, they've got some firepower for Cameroon. Cameroon are the most successful African football nation. That's from Budgie. Cameroon not as good. Do you remember Roger Miller? Do you remember
Roger Miller? Wasn't he a character?
Do you know what stood out for me? Yes. Do you remember when they played Argentina and they was trying to wipe out Claudio Caniggia and he just wouldn't go down, and then the last one just wiped. Do you remember that? Like he rode all those challenges, and then the last one just wiped him out.
No,
you don't remember that? Caniggia was running down like the right wing, but they tried to eliminate the threat he was, and they literally, I think 3 or 4 of them tried to wipe him out. Some of them got him, but he just maintained his balance, and then the last one just fully wiped him out. In the 86 World Cup, that would have been. Oh, Italian 90, maybe 90.
He was a great character, wasn't he, Roger Miller?
Was that 86 or 90? James Bond, during the first, I just learned loads of countries on a map. Self-taught geography expert. Cameroon, Brazil, Swiss, and Serbia. That's from Harmony. G is hard to call. That's this one. Cam says, I wanted to sign Abubakar when he was at Besiktas. And Porto before that as well. The Cambi is incredible, says Harmony.
Fuck, he better not be next week.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't one called Diku, fast, tricky winger? That's from Hammerhead. That's just incredible. Aren't Iran under investigation? Yes, denying women to go to the qualifier. If Iran to get excluded, it could mean yes. I heard it today as well. Happy. Someone said it, and I'm like, well, how the hell did they pick Italy? Italy weren't ever playing them. So yeah, Kieran. Apparently, Iran is under investigation, and their position is at threat because they refused, I think, 200 women into their last qualifier. If they get excluded, the word on the street is that Italy might take their place. I don't know where Italy comes from.
Right. Well, they haven't done nothing wrong. Keep them out, mate. They just make too much noise, these women.
Yeah. I don't know where does Italy fit into that? Nothing. Yeah. Samuel Eto'o from Cameroon. Yes, he is. Toto Kambi got their late winner in extra time to knock Algeria out. Cameroon's manager is Rigobert Song, ex-West Ham. No, his cousins, West Ham. Sorry. What's his cousin's name again? That played for us. Song from Barca, Arsenal.
Fucking hell, he was.
Shit, what was his name?
What do you think about?
No, Rigobert is the older one. He played for Liverpool.
Alex
Song. Yeah, that's his cousin or nephew.
He was
or something.
quality. I thought he was bloody quality too, man. I thought he was a great player.
Yeah. He was a good player, man.
Top player.
Just draw a line from the Urals to the captaincy. Kazakhstan is very creative for sure. Just draw a line from the Urals to the Kasabian Sea. Oh, fuckface. She says here, I don't know what you've done.
That's
You don't even know.
They keep them women out. See, she wouldn't be able to go. See, just think yourself lucky you're not in Iran. You'll be excluded at me. You'll be sitting outside the ground.
You won't be allowed to comment on the internet. Sweden on Italy. We are lovely. Italy cheat. Yeah, live Italy, no chance. Right. David 10, thank you for joining. I think it's the first time. Serbia has Tadic, Vlahovic, Milenkovic, Savic. Time is 350 million. Oh, wow. Serbia has Tadic, Vlahovic. Well, it's true. And they also have Mitrovic, who is on fire this season in the championship. Already broken the championship record. So, yeah, Serbia is another one that they could potentially do good. Team. Oh, no, the team is 350 mil in value. Wow. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in, David 10. Alex Son and both played for us, didn't they? Rigobert didn't play for us, did he?
Yeah, I just starting to think. It rings a bell, Rigobert song, so I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he?
Did he play for us? Sure I know Alex did, obviously. Think of the Iranian Angel. Rigobert song. And they did.
Yeah, I thought so. It rang such a bell, Rigobert. Rigobert song, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I remember. I shave my head and go as a man says happy.
You'd have to grow a beard as well, though.
She's got a beard. She shaves it. They'll argue the fact that it goes against their faith and Iran are Islamic country. In fact, they're called the Islamic Republic of Iran. I'd rather not voice my opinion, but they should move with the times. That's from Hammerhead.
I'd imagine there would be a lot of concessions even in Qatar, even though they're a little bit more progressive. But there might have to be some concessions there. I'm sure they would have agreed to before the World Cup was given to them.
Yeah, they have to. With your figure happy, nah, it won't work. He said you couldn't pass as a man. Yeah.
I don't think you'll get a beer in the ground if you're going there.
They might do.
I'm not too sure.
But
maybe in the hotels that people are staying in, yes, but not. I doubt
not in the ground.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah. Right. Right. David 10 says Serbia worth 350 million and have players like Milenkovic, Savic, Tadic, Vlahovic, Mitrovic, Nastasic, Milenkovic. Come on, guys. Yeah, they do have. When you look at those names, and
good players.
Yeah. But like I said, I feel that Cameroon will finish above Switzerland, and it possibly might be Brazil and then Serbia. But Serbia have definitely.
Yeah, I think Serbia will get second. But you never know with Brazil, mate. They can be upset. You can bloody get into them and upset them.
Yeah,
really
I can't see. Yeah, I think they should definitely win that group. Brazil. They should do. I think the song was good. Happy said, yeah, men aren't my height. Get in there. Get in there before you budgie. Got in there before you budgie. Sorry. Only drinking in hotels in Middle Eastern countries, or you'll be arrested. So you're right, Kieran. Just inside.
And flogged.
In our group. What's that? Oh, Italy. Yeah. Greece, Italy. Why? No way. Did I spurt my wine out that one? Never spurt my wine out that one. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You know me with two a spanner. Right. So the last group is Group H. Right. Yes. Look at that group. Hold on. Is that?
I don't know.
That's not South Korea, though, is it? Korea Republic. Is that North Korea? Because South Korea is South Korea, isn't it? It used to be North and South, but have they changed it to Korea Republic?
Yeah, I think they have.
So
Yeah, it has to be Korea.
So not Son's country then, which is South
No,
Korea.
that's South Korea, I think. The Korean Republic.
Is South Korea. Okay, right. So South Korea, Uruguay, Ghana, who knocked out Argentina in a two-legged, just like Senegal beat Egypt, Ghana beat Nigeria to qualify, and Portugal. That looks like a very, very tough group, man. That's the one that I looked at and thought, oh snap.
Yeah, you would, because even with Portugal's might of players, they're very unpredictable in tournament play, and they struggled, haven't they, to even qualify?
Yep.
So, believe you me, these teams here. Yeah, Portugal nearly always disappointing when they go to the actual finals, aren't they? They nearly always disappoint you. So, yeah, that is a tough one to pick. That really is. There could be some upsets in that. You wouldn't write off Korea either. They've got Min Son, haven't they? They're a good side. A lot of these Asian countries now are producing footballers and good players like Japan and Korea. And where, 20 years ago, you'd just write them off straight away. But you can't write them off anymore.
No.
Really, they could upset you on the day, mate. No problem.
Do you know who they got?
So
they got that Huang from Wolves.
Yeah, another good striker.
He plays for them.
Yeah, interesting. That's I don't know which way to go. If you just went by names alone, you'd put Portugal at the top. But I'll tell you what, they could be surprised in that group. Uruguay too.
Yeah. Who came? Did they come second or third in South American? No, it weren't. I think it was third. But how would you place that group?
Fucking nearly impossible. I'll stick with Portugal. After that, I think it's a lottery between the three. It could be any three of them. And I'll say, even with Portugal, they're not a definite to win that group. They're not.
Yep.
But I will go with Portugal. And after that, wow, flip a coin.
See, that's
flip
definitely
a coin.
That's definitely the group.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ghana, Korea, Uruguay. Uruguay gonna go
last year.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give Ghana the second spot.
Right, so TD5 says Portugal, Uruguay, Ghana, South Korea. Hammerhead says Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea, or Korea Republic, and Ghana. TD5. Korea Republic is the same as South Korea. Its official name is Korea Republic. Most people call it South Korea. Oh. What is happy? H, the group of death. Pick 2 qualifiers out of that. Yeah, we are struggling. Definitely.
I'm not sure, man.
Ghana to win it. South Korea, Penaldo Rovers, and Uruguay. Italy knocked out by Macedonia. T5, you are impressive, says Happy. Portugal from Freshie. Portugal, South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay. Is that what you just said? No, you said Ghana and South Korea in opposite.
Yeah, but I put Uruguay last, as well. But
Wang.
say that's a tough group to pick because it could miss. It could go any way. You'd expect Portugal to be good enough, but you never know.
You never know. Not looking at that. Happy likes the name Wang. Hang. Portugal, Korea, Ghana, Uruguay. That's what you. No, it wasn't. That's the same as Freshie South. Yep. Cam says Portugal, Korea, Uruguay, Ghana. Portugal, Korea. At Titch. Team to win it and out such a we do that. Let me just get through the comments and we'll do it. Is Partey and they got the IU brothers as well. for Ghana. Flip a coin. Who does he play for? Flip a coin. Who does he play for? Oh, flip a coin. Who does he play for? Portugal, no great shakes. Anyone of those could easily finish first or fourth. Yep.
Yeah, he's right, James. Good.
Right,
and
so
I always know
yeah.
that Portugal and Belgium usually are the two most disappointing teams in tournament football for me, because I always, I look at their teams on paper and go, wow,
Yeah.
and then they don't really turn up as they should, and so yeah, I think I'm sure Portugal would have seen that group and gone, shit, they're tricky. Every game there's tricky.
Definitely.
Winnable and losable.
Yep. David 10. Sorry to go back to the previous group, but there is one interesting thing. Switzerland and Cameroon together are not worth as much as Serbia, and all three are not worth as much as Brazil in that the Brazil group in regard to the talent and the price of the players.
Yeah, well, I could say that about Crystal Palace beating Everton last week, about what it cost to put that Everton team together, and they were absolutely horrendous and shite. It's not always about how expensive these players are; it's how they perform in tournament football.
This is funny. TD5 says, "Remember when Arsenal signed Thomas Partey and they acted like they won the Champions League?" Right. Happy says, "Christ, fuckface, are you in an aviary? Them birds are loud, aren't they? Sound like they're fighting."
Yeah, the crows are somewhere over the back there. The crows are going off, mate. It's just doing my head in. Don't mind the other birdies, but the crows are an annoying noise.
Yeah. James Wong says South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay, Portugal. But that's the thing in that group. Realistically, that could happen in that group. It really could.
Mate, it could happen, mate. It could happen. You never know. You take Ronaldo out of that team and Fernandes, and really, Portugal are going to have a tough game every game. I don't see any easy games there, where I can see England coasting it, and see France coasting it. But I think Portugal will find out a tough group.
Happy says, "I'm going Portugal and Ghana." When do you get back? Which one? You going Portugal first? She's going to Portugal and Ghana, Kieran.
And it could be, or it could be Uruguay, or it could be Korea. I don't know.
He's at my house, Hoppy. None that. Yeah, we get to that question. I can't remember. I think it's Harmony. Guys, I'm going to say good night. See you later, Stuart. I hope you're feeling better as well. For me, David 10, Portugal and Ghana going to the next round. I'm going Denmark or Cameroon to win it, says Harmony. You keep calling me Hoppy. Good night, Stu. Hope for 3 points tomorrow. Good night, Stu. 1 second. How many cockatoos there, Kieran? I know they're wild out in Australia.
Yeah, we get them in the garden here and there, cockatoos. Haven't seen any lately, but they are noisy and all. They've got an annoying noise on them. They look gorgeous. A gorgeous bird, white, with the big yellow headdress. But they really make a horrible noise. Gets on your tits.
Yeah.
They look lovely, though.
Good night. Sleep tight. Harmony. Good night. I wish Titch need a holiday. Portugal will be lovely. Right, James. So, I think it was Harmony said, everybody try and pick your winner and also pick someone that could potentially win it. I think. Let me just check that, Kieran. What I'm going to do is, I think that's what Harmony was saying. Everybody pick, who if you had to put money on it, and who would be the ones that, your potential. Right, let me put it here. I know it's not the best, it's a bit small, but yeah, that just goes back to the groups again to remind you of the teams that are qualified. So, Kieran, if you had to have one sec, just tell me about it. It's my bloody eyes that keep between A and O. Right, so Right, Kieran, I would say, pick a dark horse to actually win it, and then pick your favorites to win it. So yeah, everybody just do a dark horse that could actually win this, and then
Could actually win it.
a dark horse that could actually win this. Yeah, so I know is that you might say that's not really a dark horse, but someone that maybe not everybody is even bringing into the equation. Can you see that? That's a bit
Yeah, sort of. Check it out.
right. We've got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands, England, Iran, USA. Trying to think. Yeah,
Right, yeah. So I'll tell you what, another team that has been woeful in tournaments, but they got some good players, and that's Holland, the Netherlands. I think they are a dark horse because nobody would expect them to get near it. So I would go with the Netherlands. Forget their past days of Johan Cruyff and all that. They've been pretty poor at tournament football. So I'd give them as a dark horse.
Yeah, that makes sense because they are the massive underachievers. Before you carry on about your, thanks David 10, and thanks for tuning in and your input. And
David,
whenever we're live, then obviously you're welcome to come and take part again. But thank you. Right, so Kieran, if you were to put money on an outright winner, who would that be?
Yeah, I wouldn't go past France.
France.
Yeah. They're bloody organised. They're a good side. Loads of good players all over the park, mate. They've got a great bench too. They've got a lot of great players to bring on. So, France would be my pick.
All right. Freshy has said, winner Spain, outside choice, Serbia.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Serbia. Never know. The team they've got. Never know.
Right. Budgie says England to win, and the dark horse is Belgium.
Yeah.
Hammerhead says dark horse.
Yeah, they shouldn't be a dark horse, right? But they are because they underachieve all the time, and like the Netherlands, whatever they've got, they do underachieve. But he's right; it is a good pick.
Yeah. Hammerhead says dark horse to win is Ukraine, and to actually win is England. So he agrees with Budgie in regards to the winners. Denmark are who I'm betting on and hoping to win it. Cameroon are my surprise team from Harmony. Robert says Black Beauty, that's a dark horse. We were speaking about that the other day, actually, with my son's girlfriend. That Black Beauty. Dark horse that could win it for me, Senegal. Who is likely to win it is coming home. Nah, I think Brazil. So his dark horse is Senegal, and he's saying Brazil as his favourites. England are second favourites. Wow. So their bookies have put England at second favourites.
Yeah, that's fair enough. With their recent form, getting to the final of the Euros, they'd have to be up there, wouldn't they?
So according to the bookies, it's Brazil, England, and then France as the favourites.
Right.
Let's see Denmark win if we don't. Big up Thailand Paul in the house. Yeah, Karen?
Hey, Paul. I just don't trust bloody Southgate to get us there, to be honest. That's the only reason I wouldn't pick England.
Yeah.
He annoys me.
Yeah, me. He's coming home to the new bowling. Rice goal with a bow in a hat trick, says James Bong. And Robert says France to win. Poland are his dark horses.
Wow. Yes, it's a good pick. But like I say, being a dark horse, I think if they're right in these picks, because they will, someone like Poland and Serbia will upset someone somewhere. Sure, they will.
Yep.
So.
Right. So, we've wrapped that up, and we've just gone over an hour and a half. Just going to the World Cup. I know it's a long way off, but we'll be doing watch-alongs on here. Shows like this, after whichever games are played, especially England. But yeah, we do, regular things like this where we just speak about the games that might have been on that day, or whatever. So we'll do a lot of World Cup coverage on that on this channel. But I know, yep.
Sitch, what's your time difference there from? Do you know anyone in the chat know the time difference from the UK?
And
what time you're going to have to watch this?
Let me try. Oh yeah, you're. But surely they're going to try
really
and.
Watching along. It could be the middle of the night for you, that. Might be better for me.
I reckon they're going to try and accommodate the English time more so.
Well, there could be lunch because of the heat. I would imagine they will try and make most games at night.
Let me just check something.
You know, in the evening, from 5 onwards or something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
One sec. Qatar are. They're only 2 hours in front of us.
Is that all?
Yeah. That might change to 3 because of in the winter and the clock's going back, or it might even go to 1. I don't know. I don't know how the time thing changes in that.
2 hours in front. So there will be 2 hours in front. So they're 7 hours behind me.
At the minute, yeah. In winter, that might change by 1 hour. So then it might be 3 hours difference once the clocks go back or forward, back.
Well, So I'll be all late night, early mornings for me then. Unless there's a lunchtime kickoff, then I might get it, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Yeah.
That would be all right. Let's get through the comments and then. All right, guys, going to call it a night. I'm tired now. I have a good one. Great stream, great predictions and opinion. Thanks, TD5. Thanks for your input, participation, and support. Who would you rather as England manager? Kieran, who would you rather have for England manager right now?
That's a hard question, mate. Is there someone you'd prefer? I think it's the toughest job there is. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not sure if I've got a pick for. Are we talking about a British manager or are we going foreign again?
No. Who would you, if you could change Southgate right now, who would you put in charge?
If I could change him and I could pick anyone, I'd probably go for Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah. Because his attacking style of football, mate, even though it can make him vulnerable at the back, it's exciting to watch. And that's one of the reasons I couldn't be bothered to watch these England friendlies, because they're not exciting to watch.
Boring.
They're quite boring to watch. And I when you watch Liverpool, in full flight, you go, wow, they are exciting. When you got a left and a right back that are basically playing as left and right wingers, and they basically leave 2 centre halves at the back to cover them. Yeah. That's how much attacking they are. With I know it's all about the players, but that style of football I love attacking style of football. Yeah. So
Jurgen Klopp by TD5. No. Right, this is funny. Harmony says I will make Stu's choices for him. New Zealand to win it, and outside that is Australia.
Mate, if New Zealand were lucky enough to qualify and won a game, there will be a public holiday in New Zealand. That's
stop copying me. What can I say, James? Such a trendsetter. Right. No times have been confirmed. Oh, they even confirmed the times yet?
No times. No.
I
just thought they might do a lot more evening games because of the heat.
Yep.
Unless these stadiums, it doesn't matter. I don't
know. First games are the day after my birthday. Better get some ginger beer and cherry aid in.
Oh, going really fancy.
Pushing the boat out.
Really hitting it with that.
Right. Freshie says, don't forget. Wait, hold on. Borna Souza. I'm trying to think. April Fools. Borna Souza. April Fools is gone. Borna, just in case the name she said together, like bend over and all that. Or Wayne Kerr. Borna Souza. Magical left foot. He's rapid too. Borna Souza. Yeah, he must be talking about a real. I will check it out though. Borna Souza. Borna. That's me. Pep Guardiola. David says Pep Guardiola for England manager.
Yeah, that would be my second choice.
Yeah. Good. Marcelo Bielsa from Harmony. What you would say?
God, man.
All right. Paul says, I thought you would say Harry Redknapp. Harry Redknapp.
Yeah. Nowhere near it. Wouldn't want him nowhere near it.
Paul on time. He is an actual player. Okay, he is. Yeah, I thought he was, but then I thought,
Oh,
oh,
God, man, that.
from Zagreb, wasn't he fresh? Oh, look, she knows. He came from Zagreb, maybe. Right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Right, me and Kieran are back on tomorrow. I've got to send you a link for the prediction show. You know, if there is anybody here that hasn't taken part in that, all it is, you know, we've got a few elements that we all sort of give our predictions for. So that will be an Everton player to watch, West Ham player to watch, a random prediction, entertainment value out of 10, and correct score. That's it. Quite a simple concept, but it just gets everybody involved, and so it's like a preview, but it's not a preview. It's just a but yeah, me and Kieran will be doing that at 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 10 o'clock, Kieran. Which is 7 o'clock for you, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 10 o'clock.
7
It's been scheduled. Right. So we get through these comments. I'll have Alex Ferguson, that's Budgie. No April Fool's next level, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. I'm just thinking Borna Souza. Because I've never heard of him. But yeah. Yep. Yargeb originally. So happy knows their stuff. I deserve a present to be sent. I'll remind you, James, don't worry. Oops. Would you smokes? Boom. Oh, look at the house. Big up, John Andrew. We're just about to wrap it up. I ain't seen you for a while, man. I hope you're good. Thank you for tuning in. As manager of England, yes. I am worried about you, Budgie. Right. So, so me and Kieran will be back on tomorrow for the prediction show at 10 p.m. Then at 1:30 on Sunday, I'll be here for the watch along, which kicks off at 2 o'clock against Everton. Boom. I forgot Kostic is Serbia. Best. Oh gosh, from Canada. See, they got another player, that Kostic. Mate, my seat was overplaced. No, don't worry. But I'm glad you tuned in. Kieran, anything else to say? And if not, we will end this stream. It's a good stream, man. Something different.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was interesting to see the group says I didn't know them. That was interesting.
Yeah.
So you can react to them straight away without thinking. That's a couple of tricky ones there. England will have no problem. Brazil shouldn't have any problem. Good luck with Portugal's group.
Yep.
They might struggle. They might have a battle. You never know. If they're not on it, they could be battling to qualify. But yeah, really good, man. It's a long way off, isn't it, the World Cup?
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how these stadia pan out, how these games, what time they're televised, and we'll go from there, mate. Hopefully, we do have a good World Cup. And good luck to New Zealand. I hope they qualify. It would be lovely for them.
But yeah, man, it's so we will do more World Cup stuff, obviously, especially the build up to the World Cup and all that. We'll do some more on this channel, and you know, I'll pay Kieran extra money, and he should come on and do what he does. We have to adjust his contract. Right, Freshy says, "Nice one, gents. Thank you, Freshy. Always harm." David says, "Good job, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for that comment. Thanks for doing this, Titch. No, my pleasure, Happy, and thank you for, you know, as always, taking part. Night. Oh, thank you, Harmony. Let me go back. Good to see you. It's been a while. I did say at the start of the stream, so glad you could tune in. You got them Nemesis. I sent you, Mrs. Lanzini. Oh, meme. Sorry, Nemesis. Good night, guys. Excellent show as always. Titch and Kieran. Thank you, James. Thank you for tuning in as always.
James.
Paul, good to see you.
And you, Paul. I enjoy your food stuff, mate. I really do. It makes me hungry.
Yeah, thanks, Titch, if that's your real name. Cheers, Ernie from Budgie. Oh, are you doing a football unfocused tomorrow? Is that Sunday? Make sure. Thanks, Paul. Couple G. Thank you. Lost to my pick. Yeah, you doing right? Nice one, Hammerhead Broski. Are you doing a thing tomorrow? Or was that
I haven't talked to Budge. Budge will have to let me know, mate. I'm free today. If he wants to do it in the next couple of hours, just got to charge my phone up. There's no Budge.
Right. She says, see you in the chat. See you later, Happy. She says, see you in the chat, fuckface.
Yeah, see you later, sweetie.
Gonna get more soon. Right, yeah, so you lot, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Kieran, as always, thank you for coming on and being a great co-host, we call it, rather than guest. You're not a guest. And yeah, we will see you lot tomorrow, me and Kieran, once again for the prediction show at 10 p.m.
All the best, boys.
Thank you, and girls. Happy.